Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do automated smelters. Alright, and I'm going to be honest, this is where it gets a little bit more, well, for me, it got a bit more complicated. So, as again, I'm still going to be using the dev tool here because I can't be bothered to put a pipe all the way from over here to in here just to show you how this works. So don't worry about the dev pipes. That's basically what I need to basically make this work, to show you how this all works. So today we're going to be doing the automated smelter. Now this is a logic smelter. Everybody knows what a logic smelter is. Or if you don't, this is a logic smelter. Congratulations, welcome to Hydroneer 1.6. Basically this thing replaces the old smelter that we had. Now I don't mind using these because you filled it up with stuff and then you push the button and a bar got formed. Fairly simple to understand, but there was a few of us that basically wanted a fully automated working system. In order to make this fully automated working system, it had to become part of the logic system. Now you've gone from this to this, which comes with all of this. Alright, so for all those lovely people out there who don't like going click, picking up the bar and running off to a field, you now have to build this system to make this work. This will need a logic smelter, which is 17 grand. You will also need a counter, and you will need all of this wiring and a reactor. Now the reactor, you can have one per entire lot. You just split the line until you're happy. It's all good. But you need to have all of this stuff here. Done. Okay? Now what we also need is we need our logic valve. We need all of this piping. Well, all of these cables. And you need these two signals here. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty, shall we? Let me just get up here and show you from above what we're doing. So we've got our counter. Our counter is wired into the valve and it's wired into this system. This one here and this one here control everything that you're just about to do to make this work. Now the reason why that hasn't melted is because I haven't turned the reactor on. Don't worry, I will soon. What we've got here is this counter here controls the side of this. Okay? So there, again, I've said this before in various videos. The reason why I have this here is just so I know it's there and it's all good. And I know the number has gone through the system. So I've put 30 in. 30 controls how many things go through that counter. That is literally all it does. Okay? So, goes through this wire. And it goes into A and B equals. Then it goes all the way up here and hits into this valve here and into the top. Gotcha so far? Good. So the number goes in through the top, and then when it comes out the side, it comes down this wire here and goes back into this system, and this can be done into an infinite loop. But what also happens is that it gets delayed and it hits this switch. This switch here, which is a flip logic pipe, flips that valve. And it basically resets the counter. When the signal comes back out, it goes back through here, which hits into B, and then it distributes itself over to this way. So you've got a signal of 30 coming through here and a signal of 30 coming through here. So this 30 has triggered A, and it's gone through here, hit this delay switch, hit that switch, which is in turn changes that valve over, which runs through here, hits this, which reverts it back to 1. And then this line comes back here, hits through the B, and it goes through here as well. This then hits a delay, and it goes into this circuit. Now this circuit is 1, and as time goes through, it's going to revert itself all the way back to here and reset this within lightning seconds. And then what it's done here is this signal, because A equals 1 and that equals 1, this clicks into this system, which hits another flip switch and 2 delays and an arrow. Now I'll flip up an instruction manual in front of you now. Basically shows you how to build this. Now you can pause the screen, copy it down, screenshot it. I don't care. Have it. It's all good. And build it yourself. And then you bring the arrow down into here where it hits another delay and it comes into here. Now, the way to make this automated, you have to have 2 variable different things. One, the amount of delays that are on your line is basically how long this is going to take to react from when it hits 30 to turning this over to turn it on and automatically smelting. The other thing you have to take into consideration is how long your belt is. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this system, and I'm going to have to spawn resources in because I don't really want to build a plant just to show you this. So let me just find resources, and we've got an iron ore. Okay, so we've got iron ore. Fantastic. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up to the mains using the dev pipes. I'm going to shut this down, and this means there is now power. As you can see, power running through our system. So with all these cables and all this system, as you can see, alright, like I said, there's a screenshot, you can take it, it's all good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what happens when it hits 30. 24, there we go, and that should go number 30. So that's clicked through. And there you go. It's basically automated the smelting process and created this. Now, like I said, this isn't a perfect system because it leaked a bit of iron. And obviously you would have to work out with your builds, because this is going to be different for every single one of you, of how you're going to basically work out your timing. If you need it to stop for a longer time, you put more delays on this section only. You can't put them anywhere else because it won't work. Trust me, we tried. It works as it does now. If you need this to delay more, like so you want the belts to run a little bit longer until it starts to auto smelt, you put more delays in. If you don't want it to basically react as quickly, or if you want it to react faster, take this delay out and just have it as a bare wire. But that's how you would do it. Now if you wanted this to work on every single one of them, which you can, you would have the exact same system set up and just plug into another logic smelter. Now that's what I did on this build over here. And so what I did here is I did the exact same build, but I plugged it into every single one of my counters and then plugged it into every single one of my smelters. So when my smelter, well, when the counter gets to, I think we programmed it to 100. Yeah, when we programmed it to 100, and then when that reached 100, it would shut all the line down, and each one of these would smelt. Okay, so this basically means that when one of the, so it's normally iron, it will get to 100 count and it will smelt all the bars. Hence why I have a bucket full of bars. So that's not too bad. And that's okay. And that works. And it does work. And it's brilliant. Now the worst part is that you're going to get a bar of iron worth 100. You're going to get a bar of Cloutium worth like 2. You're going to get a bar of gold worth 96, and you'll probably get a crystal bar worth about 7 or 8. It's depending on the ratio of stuff you're pulling out at the same time. And then obviously you got your gem compactor up here, which you click the button. But yeah, so that's literally how all this works. So we've gone from this basic system over here, which is basic, and we've turned it into a build. Now, if you don't like this, I'm going to be honest, there is an easier way to do it. So what you would do is you would set up your smelters like so. Okay, no over the top thinking with this one. So I've plugged, let's pretend there's an entire conveyor belt system over up, and we're dumping into here. Now obviously you're going to have to turn off the water, so you could do that with a logic, you could do it with another system. So you would have another one plugged into a logic valve like this over here. That there is a logic valve, and what you would do is you would basically have it so you could push a little button and it would turn the valve on and off. Let's say that your conveyor belts have been running really hard and you've got like loads of stuff falling through, and what you want to do first off is you want to click this. Let me just turn it on first. Okay, so we're going to use the dev pipe. This is all working, as you can see. You know, just imagine, oh, it's all good. Oh, there's lots of stuff. Well, amazing. And then what we've done is we've wired this switch up to a logic valve, and we've wired it up to the smelters as well. Now what you would do is you would click this switch, the water turns off, and the smelters have clicked up, and it's all good. And then what you've done, you click it all down, these all reset, they're continued smelting, water still running, all good. Now if you want the water to stop faster than these, what you would do is you would replace this one with... Where's the delay? I need a delay. There's a delay. Stick a delay in it. And then when we click this button, the water's turned off. So that means all the belts have stopped. And then that's happened. Okay? And then when we click it all back on, water's come back on. smelters go back to burning. Now if you want the delay to, obviously if you want it to work a little bit longer and you want your water to turn off first before anything else, water ready, and water goes off, smelters then smelt, and then you have to push the button back up, and then everything goes back to normal. Ta-da! This would literally be how if I didn't have all of this already set up for demo purposes, this is how I will do stuff. Because, gotta be honest, I love these auto smelters, I really do, but wiring them all up is a pain in the arse. So yeah, the delay switches work with the signal. So if you're going to click this button, it's going to turn the water off first, and then so that means the conveyor belts come to a dead stop first, and everything else that's connected to them. The smelters smelt, you click the switch back on, smelters click back in, all good. Alright, hopefully that has helped you guys understand how this works. If you want to build the auto smelter, like I said, you could go back to where I put it up in the video. You can build that system and it's all good. As said, I enjoy using it. I actually don't mind using these at all. But for like all intensive purposes, I'm not the smartest brick in the building. So yeah, sometimes I'll probably bypass doing this just so I can have a little bit more of a simpler life. And a simpler life for me is literally just flipping a switch and it's all good. That's what I would do. Flip a switch, water turns off, smelters run, all good. So thank you very much for joining me. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with a brand new video, live stream or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then guys, I want to say peace out, have fun and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye bye for now and enjoy Hydroneer 1.6 logic.